Hi, I'm Bradley Webster. I work at a performance marketing company called Herd. They're based in Hull. I've worked there for around 6 months now, but I've been in the industry around 7 years, working at a variety of agencies from small businesses up to big conglomerates.
Hi, I'm Becca Cornelius. I work for the charity Citizens Advice and I'm Senior SEO Specialist there. I, similar to Brad, have been, in the industry like 6 or 7 years now and started agency side and then moved into in-house about 4 years ago, but I've been in charity for a year now.
I do like to ask the questions that I think will be burning in listeners' minds as they hear this. So why are you on this podcast episode together?
That's a good question. We used to work together at SEO Works. We were both execs, I think, at the time.
Yeah.
That was around 6 years ago, I think.
No.
7?
No.
5?
So we worked together just before lockdown, and it's 2024 now, and that was 2020. You started January 2020.
Oh, so 4 years then?
Yeah, and we used to joke, actually, that I was really good at the content side and Brad was very good at the technical side. So if you merged us together, we'd be like the perfect SEO person. Obviously, we've developed since then, so we're both just good all round, but that's how we became one.
So, and I might be wrong on this, but it sounds like from kind of how you described it that you've kind of gone in quite different directions. So you're still kind of doing agency stuff, whereas you've gone to do something quite different in terms of Citizens Advice, who do amazing work, but very different kind of challenges involved in that. What was your kind of decision-making process that took you down that route?
So moving from agency to in-house, honestly, I didn't love the client side of stuff. I preferred much more just kind of working on myself. And there's different stakeholder management in-house, but it feels less like salesy or intense. And then I just suddenly found this job that was actually something I was quite passionate about, like getting to work in charity and still use my skill set in a completely different way. But yeah, it's the most different I've ever done SEO, because it's not about selling. It's more about making sure that people find the right content. They're finding our content. We're a very popular, well-known charity, but there's so many pages that it's making sure people are finding the actual advice that they need. Mm-hmm. So it's a completely different way I've ever done SEO.
Brad, this is an awful question to ask you because we're only at the first break, but what's been your main takeaway so far from Sheffield DM this year?
I think the variety of talks has been really helpful. Obviously, in marketing, there's so many different niches. Obviously, we've talked about audio marketing, we've talked about BigQuery, which is something that I've heard float around, but has never been something that I've had particular experience in. I think the one for me that especially stood out was the integration between paid media and SEO. It's something where these channels are supposed to work together, but there's never quite that click. So just highlighting ways that we can better work together and maybe some of the problems that might arise, that was a really good one.
One of you is going to have to delve into the bag of truth to pick out the numbered ball that you have to answer a question on. So who are you going to nominate to do?
Do you want me to do?
All right, you go. So there's 10 numbered balls in there, and then there is the bonus ball, number 69, and we don't really know what happens if you put that out.
Is that 7?
So you've got number 7.
Oh,
so here we go. What is question
seven.
number 7? Oh, you've picked out the awful one.
Oh, no.
You've both got to answer this. When I did that, and I look back now and think, why did I include this question? Because it's just awful. If you had to bin off a member of your team, who would it be and why?
I can't answer that question.
I don't think I can answer that for legal.
That's a horrible question.
My team, so SEO at Citizens Advice is just me, so I can't bin myself off, and then I need all the content people to write the content.
Let's change it slightly. What part of your job would you like to bin off if you could do?
I know. I think this is one that everyone hates, logging my time. I know that's not technically my job. That's a byproduct of my job. But it's just something that I hate doing. Does that answer your question, or is that sort of like a not really an answer?
No, it is an answer. It is an answer. And I do realise in hindsight that it was a really cruel question to include. But hopefully at some point someone else will pick that out and be willing to answer it and just
Okay,
slag
I
off
do
the
have an
member
answer.
of the team.
I do actually have an answer. Not about the member of my team. I'm not going to answer that. But I think reporting, I do enjoy reporting when there's results, when we've implemented things. I think reporting gets a bit stale when you're working with businesses that aren't implementing what you're doing, and you sort of reporting and being like, oh, well, this has changed, but it's not because of anything we've done. I think that's when reporting gets a little bit stale.
You've had a lot of time to think about this now, so I'm expecting top-notch answer forthcoming.
I'm going to go with, so I do a lot of training, and I don't not like doing training, but I think we were talking a little bit before about kind of building yourself up before presenting. It just takes a lot of energy for me to build up before I go on the training sessions, and when I'm in them, I'm completely fine, but I guess that would be one, like if I had to drop one thing, while I still don't mind doing it, that would be it, because it just can be quite, I guess, energy draining.
And just to make absolutely sure there's no members of your team that you want to slag off publicly on a podcast that will be released to the whole world. You're absolutely certain on that. Bosses, anyone?
I dare you to find someone that's going to answer that question.
That's my challenge for the day. Thank you both for joining us for a chat today. It's been really good to talk to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.